Hello and welcome back. This is Old Man Poole. We are here for match 2 of our kind of sweet black-blue cycling deck. We won the dice roll and we're going to go first. And is not our best. We do have Ruthless Sniper and a Wandering Death. I think we're going to keep it. It's a little bit close, but I think we keep here. I think the Wandering Sniper, turn 1, which we've done every game we played so far, seems pretty good. Okay, one doesn't have anything just yet. I think we're probably going to cycle Wanderer of Death at the end of the turn, even though we don't get value. We just need to find another land. Oh, we should have attacked there. Just clicked right through it. We 1 point of damage and just ends up being significant. We'll be sad for sure. Shadowstorm Vizier. Alright. Some guy opponent might be kind of on the same plan as we are. Alright. I guess let's cycle our horror. Shoot my opponent's creature just a little bit. Just a friendly tickle. Try and find a land here. Yes, we would. That is not a land, unfortunately. And we are all out of black cyclers, so this might bode poorly for us. We are definitely playing a little bit of a greedy mana base, so this is going to happen sometimes. Plague Belcher, alright. Just gonna kill off the Vizier? Looks like. That's tough for us to deal with. Land does help, though. So I guess we probably just play the Cartouche? Or do we want to wait? It's less mana efficient if we wait. If we find a blue source, we won't be able to play something else. Although we'd much rather have the blue source on like the Even Initiate. I guess I'll play a Festering Mummy here. And then be like, hey, if you swing into us and we've got a -1/-1 counter, we get a trade for it. It's not even the best, though. I think we're probably just gonna have to take 5 here from the Plague Belcher. It's pretty big. Yeah, Plague Belcher don't care. That's fine. We'll take 5. Alright. Zier's a good one too. So it looks like he's probably playing some sort of cycling deck as well, with just random upside from the Plague Belcher. Do we want to trade the Festering Mummy away for a Plague Belcher? Probably not. I think we want to try and trade like the Initiate for it. We could cycle Vizier, do 1 damage, and then I guess untap the island River Serpent, do another point of damage. It's not the worst thing in the world. Although we can play the Even Initiate this turn and take another 5, but then next turn we play Cartouche and start getting in. That seems really strong. It's 4 damage per turn. Swing, plus we get to make the Plague Belcher smaller. Wonder if we want to trade off the Festering Mummy if that's the case. Just to make this a little bit less of an issue. Probably not, even. Scarab Feast, okay. Fine by me. So you could consider just blocking here, which I think is pretty okay. But having the Cartouche on the Even Initiate just feels insane, so we're actually not going to. Okay. And something big here. Curator of Mysteries. Alright. It's a little bit unfortunate because it doesn't work great with our cartouche. Ooh, that makes it better though. Because then we can cycle. We're gonna play our Cartouche of Ambition, gonna make the Curator a little bit smaller, and swing. Then use the Ruthless Sniper to make it even smaller if he blocks. Gain some life here. Yes, we absolutely do want to use that ability. I think I block if my opponent here. Oh, the Ruthless Sniper is awfully scary, so maybe not. Okay. No blocks. And then I guess we play the Vizier of Tumbling Sands next turn, get him. So we'll cycle that. I guess actually when we cycle, we have to have the mana though, don't we? Okay, so maybe in a later turn. So maybe we'll use the River Serpent this next turn. Mitigate a hit from the Plague Belcher. Okay. One gets a little bit of value off the Curator right here. He needs to find something that deals with the Ave Initiate though. Final Reward obviously is very, very good. Probably the most simple answer, but any bounce spell is very good against it too, which possible he has. If he doesn't though, I think Cartouche of Ambition will probably just straight up win us the game. Something for 4. Okay, Final Reward. Looking likely here. Okay, Shimmer Scale Drake. We're okay with that, I think. Okay, so if we block, use the River Serpent. That gives -1/-1 there. It's enough damage to kill it off. Alternatively, maybe we should just try and keep it in the air as long as possible. And keep swinging with the Ave Initiate. We do take 8 here, but we'll go back up to 10. And as long as we keep cycling with the Ruthless Sniper, it'll be hard to block my Ave Initiate. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Let's cycle this. So we can shoot the Curator. Make it just a little bit smaller. Save ourselves a little bit of damage. Square pieces, good draw. Not gonna block. Alright, Doom Dissenter's not bad either there. Although I kind of want to just keep up the Vizier. Alright, well, let's go to attacks. And with our Ava Initiate. I imagine he blocks, although maybe not. Maybe he just wants to straight up race. It's pretty bad for him if I have it and he blocks. Nothing. Cool. Okay, so to cycle this and get the effect we want, it costs us 3, right? So we untap that. Okay, so play 2, untap that, pay 1, shoot that, play a Doom Dissenter. Seems okay. Alright. And then that's a pretty big swing. Alright, opponent did find another land. Okay, so here we want to cycle. I'm gonna put a counter there. Untap the Ava Initiate. Okay, I think that all worked out alright. Yes. And then I guess we go ahead and block the Curator just because you can get a little bit more value out of that. The 2/3 is not going to matter a whole lot more, probably. I guess we could have considered double blocking again, Festering Mummy and Doom Dissenter. Maybe that would have been correct. Actually, it probably would have been. Yeah. Okay. Minor mistake there. Okay. Cycling the Hieroglyphic Illumination right away. Interesting. I probably would have just played it if I was him, but I guess maybe he's hoping to find an answer. Blend Agony or something is very good. Okay. Cartouche of Ambition's really kind of the only thing that's kept us in this game. But it's been pretty good. Final reward. Nope, horror. Okay. Another good one to be sure. So yeah, we'll just swing with our Ava Initiate, play a Festering Mummy and keep up Splendid Agony, probably. Alright, and pass the turn here. Alright. Let's do like block, block, block. Guess let's do it like that. Yep. Not gonna do anything about this. Let's go ahead and kill off this. Yep, gonna use those for sure. Okay. Not opposed to that for sure. Grimstrider. Alright. Pretty good. Do we want to use Splendid Agony right now, or Scarab Feast for that matter? Getting to the point where we're close to dead to a lot of things. My opponent still has a couple of blockers in the air. Because I think I like cycling the Scarab Feast over the Splendid Agony. And let's go ahead and shoot. I guess the Grimstrider, because I think we're going to want to block the horror most of the time. Jump block, I mean. So yes, let's do that. Alright. Scabber's not a bad draw. Still can't quite play the pull from tomorrow, unfortunately. Alright. When it goes low here, and I guess we just pass. So we can counter any creature that ends up being a truly backbreaking threat. Splendid Agony probably, or almost certainly means we survive the combat. Oh, hey, welcome back, Mind Trick. Sorry, I wasn't checking the chat real closely. You on Magic Online for the first time in like 2 years? Nice. Been doing some Amonkhet. I appreciate that. Put counters on Shadow, Vizier with Agony. Yeah, and then use the Ruthless Sniper and finish it off. That maybe has merit there. That's pretty good against us. I guess we pitch the Essence Scatter and the Pull from tomorrow. I mean, we get some value because of the Ruthless Sniper. I wonder if you're correct, and I should just try and kill that off as soon as possible. It's just rough because it's so big, but I think that's probably correct. Yes, we are definitely going to pay for these. His board is impressive. I think it's still okay, though. We're going to be able to chump. We're going to gain a lot of life. So we could play Splendid Agony, I guess, and hit the horror really hard. Even then, though, it's not the best for us. Yeah, I actually think I like that play. He can trade for one or the other, but we're going to put a -1/-1 counter in Shadow Storm. Okay. Trade away the Ruthless Sniper there, but we still have a chump blocker, and he's got to find something to block in the air. Archfiend's great, too, even though we don't have anything that it works with right now. We're going to go back up to 13 again. I wonder how much life this cartouche has gained me. Approximately 1 billion. It's an approximate term, of course. Alright. He's got any removal spell or flyer doesn't save him at this point. I think that's probably the game. Alright, yep, got him there. Yeah, Cartouche of Ambition seemed gross. Absolutely disgusting. Ancient Crabs, I'm still not wild about. It's not bad against the Grimstrider, but eventually he kind of overruns it. Hail Strikes also seem maybe not the best. Bloodwater is probably okay. He played a lot of pretty expensive threats there. Maybe Shimmerscale Drake? Our -1/-1 counters, our Drakes beat his Drakes. I don't think he's super fast. I mean, he played like the Plague Belcher there, which was pretty fast, but other than that, didn't see tons. Maybe Floodwaters is still a little bit greedy. Maybe we cut like a Festering Mummy for another Drake, which I feel like is going to be pretty good against his deck. Alright, let's do something like that. Well, I'm glad you're getting back into the Magic Online scene. Definitely feel free to add me on Magic Online. I don't have a ton of friends, but if you ever want to do some test matches, I would be up for it. I need more practice partners. Okay, this hand looks pretty reasonable. We've got one of our bombs, really good 4, really good 5, and okay 2. Yeah, let's keep a 2 in that it is nice to be able to have a play on turn 2, but I think Wander Death is very, very good, especially in this deck since we're playing Cycling. In this draft, I think I picked it second at one point. I think I first picked Archfiend, second picked Wander Death, and the second pick was probably a little bit high, but not like crazy. I think that that's going to be correct some amount of the time. I think in your average deck, it's still a high pick, like 4th or 5th. Not something you're really hoping to first pick, but something I do take pretty early out of the draft. The format's fairly aggressive, so you have to be a little bit careful. Don't think I'm going to cycle the Horror here. Yeah, good choice. Gonna play Seeker. The format is pretty aggressive, and so you can't just spend all your time doodling, but if we end up... if you end up really just... Okay, Unburdening seems fine. In a grindy, like, final part of the game, which happens quite a bit as well, it does some very, very big work. Getting back your 2 best creatures, pretty nuts. Alright. Well, at least he had to put the counters on the Plague Belcher this time. Still don't really like Cycling. I think we'll just take it and not be able to use our mana this turn. Yeah, no, that'd be great. I really would like to get into Modern a little bit. I know virtually nothing about Pauper, otherwise I'd play that with you as well, but I may have to buy a Modern deck at some point. You can help show me the ropes. Yeah, just gonna take it here. Shadowstorm is reasonable pressure, but not crazy. Just gonna play the Soul Stinger here, I think. Feels bad not to use our mana, but if we've got good threats in our hand, we might as well wait, right? And then if we've got Archfiend in play, Horror and Wonder and Death just become broken. Kind of like actually putting it on Seeker as opposed to the Soul Stinger here. I guess though, if we put on Soul Stinger, we still block as effectively. Yeah. And then if he kills off the Soul Stinger, we always get to shoot something later. We're not going to be winning on the ground with a 4-5 beater. I think it's actually okay to spread them out here. Even though we kind of leave up a point of power. Oh, for sure. Wonder Death having cycling is one of the reasons why it is such a high pick. But you can't afford to be cycling non-stop either. Yeah, no block. Worst case scenario here, we still get the Soul Stinger room, so seems fine. And if you are playing like one of the really aggressive beatdown decks of the format, it can feel really bad if you've got a Wandering Death or 2 Wandering Deaths in your hand and you're just getting beaten to death by a bunch of red exert creatures. Yeah, we're gonna use that for sure. So the fact that he traded there means, ooh, Drakehaven. All right, opponent's going for it. Seems pretty reasonable. Drakehaven is the other really exciting cycling payoff, like Archfiend. One of my favorite cards in the set. I am always tickled pink when I get to play it. Alright, let's cast our Archfiend here. Maybe we actually want to wait until we get cycling bonus. Maybe let's play our Horror instead. It's a little bit less good, but if he does have like a final reward, which we didn't see in the first game, it's not as good. I kind of like being able to play the Archfiend like next turn or in a couple of turns to get instant value. Maybe that's greedy. I think it's close. This plays around removal a little bit more, although maybe we just want to get going quickly. Archfiend is just so good against Drakehaven though. Okay, looks good. He's going to start taking pretty big chunks from the Horror, so. Okay. Yeah, alright. Making some waves here. 2 Drakes in 1 turn is pretty good. Drakehaven online. So I think I like swinging with the Horror here. We can cycle if he wants to double block, which he probably won't. Then we'll play Archfiend. And then next turn we can play like Cartouche of Ambition, discard something with the Seeker. That feels pretty good pretty fast. Alright. Yeah, Cartouche is great. We have a pretty stellar hand. Although Drakehaven can get out of control, and we are not going to kill him super fast. Keeps playing a couple more Drakes every turn. It pretty quickly becomes difficult to deal with. But that's not to underestimate our hand. Our hand is quite good. But yeah, I pick Wanderer Death highly, and not just in this deck. I wonder if I was better off playing Archfiend first there. I don't really think so. Cartouche of Knowledge. Okay. It's a good sign for us if my opponent's having to dig for cards. It's crazy. He cycled a couple of times, couldn't find land, I guess. But Faith the Devoted. Okay. He's doing it. I think we play Cartouche. Probably on the horror. I think I want to diversify my threats a little bit. And then draw a card, discard a card with the Seeker. Make those a bunch smaller, and my opponent can't effectively block either of them. That turns into a 1/1 2/2. Cartouche is just going to pretty rapidly put my opponent in a rough spot too. I guess I like putting it on this Drake. That way, if we want to cycle as well, for instance, we can just kill off both. Let's draw and discard. Yep, gonna pitch that. I think I'm just gonna use the Wandering Death immediately. It's a little bit of a greedy play, but we hit my opponent so hard. Kills off both of his Drakes, and he's just in a miserably bad spot. Goes down to 5. We go up to 25. Yeah. Disgusting. That was quite the play. Quite the play. It's a shame. I think my opponent's playing the sweeter version of this deck, but Archfiend's pretty disgusting if you got ways to enable it. It just basically reads 5/4 flying for 5 that wrecks your opponent's board every turn. So it looks like my opponent's not necessarily just dead. He's probably got Drakehaven shenanigans. He's pretty close. Okay, yeah, I think my opponent's dead. Make all the Drakes he wants, but then we just cycle twice and kill him off. Oh, I guess no. Faith won't save him either. It's gonna be too expensive. There we go. Yeah, that last turn was disgusting. Even with another 1-mana cycler here, which he does have, it's not going to be quite enough. This is the part of if you're playing in the real world, you just show your opponent what you've got, but we'll cycle. And then we'll cycle. And that should be it. Yep. Alright. And we managed to take the victory there. That was pretty brutal. But better him than us, right? Better him than us. Alright. We're 2-0. We'll go into match 3 and hopefully get that sweet cake.